drive along Highway 21 will take you to Stanley, in the eastern shadow of Idaho's Sawtooth Range.
Stanley's always just a great getaway.
A town with just over 100 residents. It swells with sightseers and trail seekers in the summertime.
Hi.
Business owners try to meet their yearly budget.
And then a Reuben, you said?
In just 4 months.
We get thousands of tourists who are here to recreate in the mountains and rivers.
3608 for you.
That we're so close by.
All right, thank you so much.
That's our main product, hospitality in this town.
But a drive there these days, visitors get another view of Stanley. One that stands out, almost as what's left of a summer, waylaid by wildfires.
One night that we had a string band playing, and you could see flames on the ridge line behind it. And it was this, it was a surreal moment, I'll say.
Tim Cron has owned the Stanley Bakery for 21 years and the Sawtooth Hotel for the last 16.
We've had wildfires almost every year, but never this close.
In July, the Sawtooths were hit with 2 back-to-back wildfires. And although the town survived without losing any buildings, the damage was still done to local businesses.
I felt like we lost momentum, and then it was hard to build it back up. There was moments that were good in there, but it just wasn't consistently solid business.
Jim Slanitz has owned the casino club for the last 5 years. He says this summer was the slowest yet.
You know, I've talked to more firefighters in the last month than I probably have in the rest of my life. So
can't control acts of, Mother Nature.
But even for the newest business owner in town, he knew the calm after the storm was unusual.
What was it like after that?
Slow.
For Trip Costas, it was his first summer owning the Rotting Gun, after its owners of 53 years sold it.
It's like doing business on an island in a way. You're in this rugged mountain environment, and that certainly presents its set of challenges.
And he really only experienced a month of typical seasonal business.
We could see the business just doing this. I mean, it was just a steady 20% week over week increase over the previous week, and then it kind of plateaued at the Bench Lakes fire, and then we kind of started going up again, and then Wapiti came and really threw a curveball at us for sure.
Business dried up overnight. The question faced for all was smoke, evacuations, and no one coming to town. Was it worth staying open?
It was both easy and hard.
For the Rotting Gun, it was, but not for many others.
In all our years doing this, we've never had to shutter the doors. We've kind of always persevered through wildfires.
The bakery closed up shop for 9 days. It was a break to roll with the punches. The casino club took it one day at a time.
There was days we were like, okay, let's open up for tomorrow, and it would just be smoked in and just almost apocalyptic. And we'd go like, okay, like this is not, we shouldn't have opened today. And then we would, then we would close like the next, say, okay, we're not open the next couple of days, because we were kind of playing it by ear because you didn't know what the next day was going to bring.
He says it was impossible to find a strategy, and most of his seasonal workers called it early.
We got down to a skeleton crew, so we were able to kind of make it work. And that was okay. So we did keep people employed, and everyone that wanted to be here and be employed, we kept them on.
They even canceled one of their summer concerts.
It was a tough one to, because you have the band booked and you want to stand by your obligations to them, and we just didn't have the numbers that I know we would have had not the fire been going on.
In the end, Casino Club was about 25% down in sales compared to the summer before.
I think, 1A plates are probably half our business in the summer. And if you take away that, you've cut it way down.
Yeah, I think there was a certain perception, even if it was well-meaning, that the town was literally on fire, that we personally were on fire, and it became a bit frustrating to battle back against that.
But once the smoke cleared, Costas says it was like falling in love for the first time.
Just missing those mountains for, a month, even when you could see them, but it was through a smoky haze, but then just having them in all of their glory again, I was like, this is really cool, because I get to fall in love with the Sawtooths again.
There's one word that all 3 of these Stanley owners agreed to describe this season.
I think Stanley is a pretty resilient place.
This small business community is resilient.
Yeah, I mean, the city's resilient.
Closing the books on this summer, Stanley is banking on reigniting the town's economic spark
I make sure I got everything.
instead of more fires.
How are your rest of your day?
Stanley can't wait for visitors to come back, and that's the simple solution to all of this is come visit us,